What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about headquarters in COD World War II. We got a little bit more information, so I'm going to share that, but mainly I want to focus on my concerns with this headquarters system. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so first up, let's go over what we know so far about headquarters in COD World War II. We did get a little bit of information a few days ago, so I wanted to share some of that stuff. You've probably already seen it before if you've been really keeping up with the news, but that's not really the focus of this commentary anyways. So with headquarters, this isn't a game mode. Some people think that it's a game mode. It's not a game mode itself. It's kind of like your interactive menu is how they've kind of described it. So it's this area where you can go in there and there will be up to 48 players within this area. And there are several different things that you can do in this area that we know about so far, and I'm sure there's a few things up their sleeve that we don't know about yet, but I'm sure we'll be finding out about those soon. So far, with headquarters, we know about several of the features that are available here. First off, they've described it as an area. It's supposed to be a couple days after D-Day or something like that, and it's a staging area essentially. And like I said, up to 48 players are in this area at a time, and you go in there and you can show off your customization stuff, they've said. They also just recently confirmed that there will be period-specific gestures that you can use. We don't know if those are available in-game yet, but they will be available in the headquarters area at least. They were very careful to emphasize that these are period-specific, so hopefully no dabbing, no nay-nays, none of that stuff. Basically just things that were period-specific for World War II, so salutes and things similar to that. Also, there is a firing range in this, and with this firing range, you can go in with several other people and you can shoot your guns into the firing range. Perhaps there's some sort of little competition that you can do with that. There's a 1v1 pit, which we haven't seen anything about so far. They've just sort of hinted at it and mentioned it a few times. They haven't really gone into great detail with that, but I am definitely excited to see more about that 1v1 pit. Also in the headquarters, there is a special area that you only gain access to if you have prestiged in the game, which is really interesting, and I'm wondering what kind of extra features you'll have there. I assume it won't be too many extra features, but at least you'll have access to that as a prestige player, and it makes prestiging a little bit more valuable at least. Just recently, they also announced that this is where you'll be getting your missions or your contracts, so your daily and weekly contracts, you will get those in the headquarters area instead of just in a menu. So if you want to get your daily contract, you probably have to go talk to somebody and it gives you your mission, and then you hop into a game and you go and complete your mission or your contract. Also recently, Condrey has confirmed that this is where you go when you prestige, and when you prestige, you're doing it in front of everybody else, so it's a big thing with a lot of fanfare. Everybody sees that you're prestiging. And it's like a medal ceremony type of thing, which I think sounds pretty cool on paper for sure. And one last thing that we know about it so far is this is also an area where you can look for other players to play with and you can party up. So if you want to go play zombies, then you can go into headquarters mode, find some like-minded people that want to go play zombies, and then you can go from there into a zombies game. So unless I've missed something, those are all the features we know about so far with headquarters. I also assume that supply drops will be opened in this headquarters mode. It just makes sense, like everything that's done basically in your menus, you will be able to do in this headquarters mode. But obviously they're keeping supply drop stuff under wraps for now. They don't want to release that too early and make people upset. Of course there will be supply drops in this game, and I'd be very surprised if they didn't have you open supply drops in the headquarters area. But overall, what are my current thoughts about this headquarters system? Obviously, there are a lot of features in this headquarters area, and on paper, it sounds really cool, and I'm sure the first few times I hop into this, it's going to be a really cool experience. It's going to feel kind of like an RPG game, and they've actually said that they took a lot of inspiration from a certain area or something in World of Warcraft. I'm not really into World of Warcraft, so I don't know all the details on that. But they did take some inspiration with this from some RPG-style games. My big concern, though, and what I really want to talk about today, is that this is going to be a gimmick and something that is just used to sell more copies of the game. It's that thing where it looks really cool when they're talking about it before the launch. It really hypes up the game and people are thinking like, oh wow, this is so cool, it's so new, we've never seen this before on Call of Duty, it's amazing. But at the end of the day, it's just a menu system. It's not really the game. And the biggest thing for me, is this going to take away from my actual gameplay time? If I want to go open a supply drop, how long does it take me to load the headquarters area and then walk over to the area where I have to open my supply drop? Or who knows, maybe they even have it set up where you have to go over to an armorer or something to create your classes. Do I have to walk over to that person every single time I want to create my class? What about if I just want to get my party together really quick with some friends? Is there a simple menu system where I can just invite them like I'm used to? Or again, do I have to load up the headquarters area and then go to a certain meeting point or something like that to get a group of people together into a party? If that's the case, what happens if we get disconnected from our party? Do we have to go through that whole process again just to get everybody back together so that we can play the game again? These are my big concerns with the Division system. In an RPG style game where you're going on quests and stuff together that take a long time to do, this does make sense. Like, you go and you get everything set up before your quest in this area, in the nice safe zone where you're social and everything like that. Once you get everything all together, then you go out and you perform this long quest, or at least that's how I imagine it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest RPG nerd in the world or anything, but that really seems to work well with an RPG style game. With a game like Call of Duty, what if I just want to hop on and play? What if I don't have the most time in the world? I only have time to hop on and play a game or two. Do I have to waste some of that time walking around this headquarters area in order to get everything set up so that I can get into my game? Or can I just hop in and quickly search for a game? Also, a big thing for me is, what are the loading times like? What does this do to our loading times? Like, if we have to go to this headquarters between each one of our matches, does that mean now that before our match we have to load the map, and then after the match we have to load the headquarters area, and we're spending a bunch of time just waiting for loading screens? These are the questions that I really want answered with headquarters before we get to the launch of the game. Obviously, I am, of course, going to be getting this game either way, but this is just a thought I was having the other day. I was thinking to myself, I really don't care about this whole social area. I don't care about showing off what my character looks like. I don't care about everybody watching me prestige. I don't care about being immersed in this staging area. Generally, when I play Call of Duty, I just want to get in as fast as possible. I want to do things really quickly, really efficiently, and I want to get into the game. Simple as that. I don't want to be messing around walking around a social area. So far, I definitely have my concerns with this headquarters area. I really hope it doesn't take away from my gameplay time at all. And I'm really hoping that I'm wrong about a lot of these things. I'm hoping it doesn't become stale very quickly. I'm hoping it doesn't become repetitive. And I really hope it doesn't have a serious effect on loading times as well. One other thing that I would love to see, assuming the system is going to be kind of like I think it might be, is an option to turn on a traditional menu. So if I don't want to go into the headquarters area to activate my daily contract, or to open a supply drop, or to prestige or something like that, please just give me the option to do it in a standard menu. As cool as it might sound for the first little bit of the game, I can see this getting repetitive very, very quickly, and honestly, I'm really not seeing a need for this system at all. It appears to be a pretty big gimmick at this point, and I just want to say that I am not sold yet. Of course, there's still time for them to sell this mode to me, but as it is right now, I am very skeptical and quite concerned as well. And I'd like to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on the headquarters system in World War II based on the information that we know so far? Do you like the idea? Do you hate it? Are you just going to wait until we see more information? Please let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.